What is up, all you millennial movement makers? I'm going to share with you today why email is dead. So if you're catching this on the replay, let me know, comment R, and let me know if you're on the replay squad. But if you guys are here live, I really want to share with you what it is that you guys need to be doing to keep up your business in 2018, because so many people see this opportunity and so many people want to get into this online business and they want to get into this internet marketing world. And they see the opportunity that's there, the opportunity to make money, the opportunity to live an incredible lifestyle, the opportunity to be able to impact people, to help and to teach people. But what they don't see is that things are changing. Things are changing so quickly. And all of the things that used to work, all of the things that got people success up to this point, well, are now being changed, right? Like are now totally thrown out the door. You know, if you think about it, the world shifted a ton when the internet came around, right? Because there was this new way of communicating, and email was the wonderful thing, the way to communicate. It was the way that you had an opportunity to connect one-on-one with people. But now with messenger apps and with messenger marketing becoming available, this is going to be the new way to be able to do it, right? A lot of people always say, well, you know, is email dead? I mean, maybe it's not dead, but it's dying, right? It's going to quickly go the way of your mailbox, right? Think about the way that people treat their mailbox. I mean, I still get mail almost every single day, but guess what? It's almost all junk mail. And I'm never that much excited to get something there unless I'm specifically waiting for something, a particular package. And so the reason I share that with you is because now people have the opportunity to not only just write letters to their customers and write letters to their clients like they would in email, they have an opportunity to have a text message conversation with each of their clients. They have an opportunity to have a text message conversation with each of their customers at scale. And so imagine if you could text all of your customers, imagine if you could text all of your clients at one time and sell them a little bit on your product, right? And kind of, nurture them, develop the relationship, all the things that we did through email. Imagine if you had a more personalized way to do that, a more engaged way to do that, a more interactive way to do that, a way that was much cheaper for you as a business, right? Would anybody be into that? Because that's kind of what we're talking about. So Dave, what's going on, guys? I'm curious if you guys use email in your marketing, right? If marketing or email or building a list was a part of your process or part of your training in building your business online, let me know. Comment, email if that is something that you guys actually ended up doing. Because I knew for me, when I started learning internet marketing, when I started to learn how to launch a product, when I started to learn how to build an internet business, one of the first tips that everybody gave, right? One of the first strategies that every single marketer said was, you need to build a list, 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 right? Well, the difference is that now this list has shifted. This list has changed. For the longest time, direct response marketers, they said you need to get people's addresses. You need to get people's addresses. You need to get people's addresses because you need to be able to send them stuff. You need to follow up with them, right? So Jocelyn, she's used email. Dave says that he's used email. Ben, what's going on? I know that you guys as real estate agents use email a lot. Well, now that thing has changed. It's shapeshifted. And today, someone told me that, messenger bots are going to be banned in a little while. Well, F that. Who's going to ban them, right? Facebook is the one that made and allowed messenger bots. Like, these things were around before Zuckerberg saw them, and he saw them, was like, you know what, we need that. We're going to open up and we're going to allow that on our Facebook profile. And we're also going to ban the assholes. We're also going to ban all the people who don't know how to use it properly. We're going to shut down all the pages who aren't using it. So guys, if you go out and you use messenger bots the wrong way, you're going to get banned. You're going to get shut down. And I'm so grateful. I'm knocking right now, right? That none of my pages and none of my clients' pages have ever, I'm knocking right now even more, have ever been banned because I do it the right way, right? And Andrew said that he just unsubscribed to 1,000 email lists. So there's a ton of reasons why this is going to be challenging for marketers moving forward, right? The number one thing is that people just don't check their email as often, right? Like, I know for me, I check my email frankly, I have one email that I strictly use for business and that I never put on any kind of list or like any opt-ins or anything like that. And all of my spam email or all of my marketing emails, they go into one big box, and I just check them every time I want to check up on the marketing emails and every time I'm like extremely bored. But I know that it is I know that I have a different email. So keep that in mind, that people are kind of tuning it out. And although you, like, a lot of people say, well, you have their email address and you're going to have that forever. Well, that's not always the case, because all someone has to do is they have to just change their email address, and then all of a sudden you don't have that person's contact information anymore. Whereas a Facebook profile, I mean, I've had my same Facebook profile for like almost a decade now, and it's like it's a lot of work to make a new page and make a new profile and build all that up. So although, okay, you may have someone's email address and you own the fact that you have that email address, it's kind of a creepy thing to think about. But secondly, if you have someone engaged on your messenger, you have their profile, and most of the time their profile is something that they're going to keep for a longer period of time. So Andrew says that messenger bots are the gateway drug to AI integration and takeover, and that's really what I see. Andrew, you will love this. I see messenger bots upgrading to being able to be like virtual reality, like holograms of a salesperson, essentially. And the great thing is that they could be the best salesperson, trained to ask all the right questions, trained and programmed with all the best responses, trained with the highest amount of compassion. Like that's where it's going, guys. So if you think that this stuff is going away, you guys are absolutely dead fucking wrong, right? So is email dead? Yes, it's dead for now, right? In the sense of, if you want to build your business on the back of email, if you want to build your business on the back of an email list and an email list alone, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You're going to have a lot of challenges for lots of reasons. One of the big reasons is that it takes a lot for someone to be willing to give you their email address, right? Like for me to type in my email address, it's my last name, is 12 letters alone. So it takes almost 20 button clicks just for me to type in my email address. That is a large barrier to entry to a lot of people. And so the reason I say that messenger marketing is so valuable is you can subscribe with 2 button clicks. And so it's literally a tenth of the amount of the barrier to entry is 10% of what it is to email. So even if that is what it, okay, so Chris says email isn't dead, but what I would encourage you to do is don't start with email, right? Or if you do, understand that messenger marketing is like a close second, right? It's like a younger brother that's getting bigger and stronger very quickly, and is going to be something that the older brother, who might have worked for a very, very long time and is still a valuable part of the family, he's going to have to watch out for the little younger brother who's way more agile, way more versatile, way better, way slimmer, way cheaper, way more efficient, way more everything. So even though you have your clunky old brother, even though you have 1.0, if you're not using 2.0, then your business is going to be dead. So that's what I would say to that, Chris. And, for the rest of you guys, I would encourage you to do both, right? Like that's the best thing, is it's never about one or the other. It's about doing both. And my point in giving you the headline, and I'll tell you, Chris, why did I make the headline like that? Well, because a lot of people are using email. And so if I kind of, juxtapose this against email, people will get it. And so, Chris, I love you. And if you're an email marketer and that's what you do, of course, email is still very, very vastly important in the grand scheme of things. But it's like the Twitter to the Instagram, right? Like there are emerging things that if you are not doing those as well, you're going to miss out on a large opportunity, and you're going to miss out on a large boat. So that's what I would say to that. So I'm curious for you guys, how many of you guys are using messenger marketing already? If you're using messenger marketing already, comment 1. If you guys are not using messenger marketing, and you're thinking about it, comment 2. And if you guys have no idea what it is, what messenger marketing or what chatbots are, comment 3. So 1 if you're already using it, 2 if you're on the fence, and 3 if you have no clue. I want to get a gauge of what you guys are where you guys are at in this terms of this, because I think that it's both. So Jocelyn says that she's already using this stuff in her marketing, which is huge. And I know that she's been on a bunch of my trainings, and she's been able to to get a lot of it, because not only do you have to learn how to do it, but then not only do you have to learn what it can do, but then you have to go out and figure out how to implement it, right? And so for Dave and Alexander, I would share with you that being on the fence is great. That's a great place to be, because I was there for a little bit, And eventually my funnels were sucking. Okay. I had a ClickFunnels page. I ran a basic, squeeze page. I asked for their email addresses and it was absolutely bombing. And so what I did is I was kind of forced, in order to try and get better results, I was testing out. I tried this messenger marketing thing and it worked. And we went from having the worst campaign I've ever created, which was kind of one of my first ones. And I was lucky enough that one of the first campaigns I ever put together, it sucked so bad. So I just tried this messenger marketing thing and it blew up. And I was like, all right, well, let's do it again. Let's try it again. So Helen, if you're on the fence, what I would share with you is just to get started, right? A lot of people overestimate what it's going to take to get it up and running. And what I love about messenger marketing is Helen and Dave everybody who's kind of hasn't got started yet. All you have to do is go to manychat.com. You create an account, which is free, right? It's just going to set up to your Facebook profile. It's just going to get your permissions is really all it's going to do. And then you add it to your page and that's it. And then boom, everybody who messages your page will now become a subscriber. Everybody who messages your Facebook page joins your subscriber list, right? That's literally how easy it is compared to getting someone on an email list. So do I think that you should get someone on an email list? Absolutely. But get them on your messenger list first. That way there's a low barrier to entry. There's low commitment. It doesn't make, they're not scared to give it in, give this. They're not giving any information really, other than what's already out there. And so you can start there, and then once they want to take it further, once they want to take it to the next, to the next step, then you can ask them for their email or their phone number or whatever it is that you want. And Helen, you can have one ManyChat account, one Chatfuel account, and then you can attach one to each different page. And so it's super, Brian's actually someone who's in one of our programs, specifically for real estate agents. And it's super easy, right? It's super easy to get it connected. Sean says, is ClickFunnels or similar a must to link with Messenger? Is there other software that would benefit with the bot? The great thing is that you can, if you have a ClickFunnels page, you can put it into a button on ClickFunnels. You can put it into a pop-up on ClickFunnels. You can integrate it directly right into ClickFunnels super easily, right? So I think I put the link to the training in the description. I'm going to talk about how every business can utilize messenger marketing and how easy it is to get started on messenger marketing on the training on Friday. And Dave says, can I talk about running ads to Messenger? So I'll share it in this context, right? With what's beautiful is I have had 15% unique click-through rates on my Messenger campaigns. Put that into perspective. 15% unique click-through rates, right? And for some of these leads, we're getting 80-cent leads in the real estate industry, right? So that's kind of what we're talking about right now. So that's the first thing I would say about that. And the beautiful thing is that now, instead of having to create a whole landing page, which takes a long time to load, you have to have great copy, great creative, great everything on that stuff in order to be able to have, high success rate. And so the challenge with that is that, there's lots of things that, go into that on its own. But then in addition to that, you're also competing and you're bidding against everybody who's running traffic campaigns. You're bidding against everybody who's running click campaigns. You're bidding against all those other people. Whereas the beautiful thing about messenger campaigns is there's not a lot of people in that realm right now. There's just not a lot of people bidding there. So you're able to get a much larger stake in the bidding process for much lower of a price, which is just huge. And Ruth just did a live on Chatbots, so they're coming around, guys. They're definitely coming around. And Dave, here's the quick thing for you. So I would encourage you to run messages campaigns. Okay, I would encourage you to run messages campaigns because that's where you can have the best. I found the best bidding, the best optimization there. And then what I do is I set up quick replies in the messenger setup. I use the Facebook basic setup, and I use quick replies to be able to trigger a keyword in ManyChat or a keyword in chat or AI in Chatfuel. And what this does is this allows me to not do any coding. I don't have to use any JSON or anything. I can get really personalized. I can use I can say, hey, and then plug in their first name because Facebook already has that info. So it allows me to do all that stuff really, really simply as well. So hopefully that talked, that's enough a little bit for you, Dave. I've gone into lots of detail on previous trainings and lives on running ads to Facebook Messenger. So if you scroll through, I mean, oh my goodness, scrolling through some of my videos is hard. Or in my course, I have a whole module on running ads to it. So I would go back and see if you can, if that didn't help you. There's tons of more info out there. Thanks, Ruth, for hopping on. Helen, I'm glad that you love it. The reality, guys, is it's here. It's prime for the taking. There is a gold rush that's happening right now for marketers and for businesses. And so you need to take advantage of it. And Helen, I prefer both of them. Okay. I recommend both of them. There's no clear-cut choice. Here's what I'd say. If you are going to be managing it and you are going to be doing a lot of direct response marketing and you're going to use it to build a list, ManyChat is amazing for beginners and amazing for internet marketers. It allows so many segmenting and sequencing and so much tracking that used to cost thousands of dollars from Infusionsoft. By the way, did we talk about that this stuff is free, or you get all the maximum stuff for $10 a month? What would cost thousands of dollars from Infusionsoft costs $10 a month. Can we talk about that? So that's what I would say, about ManyChat. It's beautiful there. As well. However, Chatfuel is great because if you are a developer or you are a coder or you're someone that can integrate with different servers or different programming languages, Chatfuel is great because it allows you to be able to integrate it with all these different types of if you can code it, you can do it on Chatfuel. So that's what's great about that. And there are some duplication capabilities that I love on Chatfuel, but it's not as intuitive as ManyChat, but it is just as capable. So Derek, I appreciate you stopping by, man, and hanging out as well, and I appreciate you sharing the love. Guys, if you guys have questions, throw those down there, and I'll see if I can answer them. And Sean says that the UK is still way behind, and this is great because if you jump in, most of the time you're going to be the only business doing what you're doing on Messenger. You're going to be the only business. If I go through my Facebook Messenger, it's not full of businesses yet. It will be soon, but it's not full yet. But if I go through my email inbox, guess what? It's full of all, just a bunch of, marketers. So right now you have this opportunity to get in and really stand out, and this window is going to close like this. It's going to be gone. So I would encourage you to really, 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 build it quickly. Dave, ManyChat is definitely for beginners for sure. So guys, if you guys have gotten any value out of this, okay, what I'm going to ask is that you take your finger, okay, and you pound on the like button, okay? That would do a wonderful thing for me and for the algorithm. So you get the mouse, get the finger, whatever it is, go pound on the like button. And if you guys want to go deeper with this stuff, I'm having a live training, and you guys, like Derek said, the trainings are always deep. We always go into a ton of stuff that I'm trying to listen and do research on what you guys are trying to learn, so I can bring those in a very great way on Friday. We're gonna do it on Zoom, okay? It's not gonna be on Facebook Live, okay? At least the bulk of it won't. We might kick it off on Facebook Live, but it's not. So register so that you can get the Zoom link, okay? And that's so that you can hop in there. And it's gonna be Friday at 12 Pacific. 3 Eastern, 8 General Mountain Time. So we're going to do those basically every Friday. So if somehow you're catching this on the replay, still click the link to register, and we'll get you in the training as well. All right, guys. I love you. Have an amazing Thursday. Hopefully you guys are crushing whatever it is that you are working on. Go register for the training, and we'll see you mañana. Later.